Is Christianity really homophobic? Hi, I'm V. Mitchell, a formal ex-LGBT member, specifically bisexual and non-binary, and today I will discuss
to see if Christianity really is homophobic or not.
For some idea of who I was before God, from very early as first grade, I went through phases where I thought I was lesbian, bisexual, trans, demi-boy, non-binary. I think there's one more. Can't necessarily pin it, but that's 5. I thought I was lesbian, bisexual, non-binary, trans, demi-boy. I went by Oliver and they, them. My parents acknowledged God to me at a very young age. Since I can ever remember, they acknowledged him to me. However, it was only until 2021 to 2022 that they took their relationship with God serious, and which essentially opened that door to me for that relationship with God. Now, getting into the main topic, is Christianity really homophobic? Short answer is no. I'd like to first say that being homophobic and disagreeing with somebody's lifestyles or choices are not the same thing. Homophobic literally means to disrespect someone just because they are a part of homosexuality. That is what homophobic means. Disagreeing is not the same thing. Let me reiterate this. Homophobic and disagreeing are 2 different things. Hating and disagreeing are 2 different things. Being homophobic is hating or disrespecting something solely because they are a part of the LGBT. Disagreeing is, well, let's look up the true definition. To disagree is to not agree. That's literally what it means. Disagree. I do not agree. It's not mutual, okay? Typically, Christians are to disagree with the lifestyle of those who are part of the LGBT. However, if you were coming across a so-called Christian who is disrespecting people and being homophobic, then I personally don't believe that they are either ignorant to that fact or they're simply hateful and they're struggling, or they are just simply saying they are a believer in God, yet doing the opposite of what he tells Christians to do. The Bible literally says to love everyone. Technically not everyone. I mean, it says to love everyone, but it specifically says love your neighbor, and everyone is our neighbor. So that is, I think, either the first or second commandment. So that's like extremely important. All Christianity is disagreeing with the lifestyle of people who are part of the LGBT. We are not supposed to be hating on these people because they're that way or because they live that way. We all live differently and we all have our own beliefs. We are supposed to respect that other people are different and actually have, guess what, different beliefs and lifestyles. So if you claim to be a Christian, don't go hating other people, period. But don't go hating other people just because they're a part of the LGBT. Yes, it is sin. Yes, it brings them somewhere where God doesn't want them. However, we shouldn't hate them for it, let alone disrespect them for it. They are simply lost in their ways, and therefore you need to plant that seed of Christ. Now, planting the seed of Christ does not mean going up to them and saying, repent, follow Jesus. Planting a seed of Christ is simply either mentioning God, telling your testimony. Your testimony is one of the greatest things you have, because they can't tell you what really happened or didn't happen. Your story matters. Your testimony literally matters when it comes to God. So share that. That can be planting a seed.
I'd also like to say that telling your testimony gives an opportunity for them to see that you in fact went through the same thing that they are going through, or that they went through. So that not only does that plant a seed, but it also brings them closer to understanding that Christians also go through these things, and it's not just the sinners.
Also note that your words basically don't matter. They matter to a sense, because if someone is more open-minded, they might hear something and be like, oh, hey, okay, I want to check this out later. But most people do not care about the words you speak. They look at what you're doing. Your actions are what lead to who you are and what you believe in. What you're doing shows what you believe in.
This is why most people nowadays are saying that Christians are hateful, that they're homophobic, that they're unloving. Oh, no love like Christian love. It's because us Christians are lacking in the sense of what we're doing with our actions. They're looking at our actions, and most of us are falling behind because we're not doing what God is intending us to do. We're not following the commandments that He gave for us, that He gave them for a reason. So people are going to look at your actions, and they're going to judge based off of those. So focus on your actions and not on the words you're speaking. 9 times out of 10, they don't care what you're saying. They care about what you're doing.
That's why it says that actions speak louder than words. The Bible technically says that, but that phrase is true. Your actions speak louder than words. If your actions do not bear fruit, maybe you should work on that. Now, I'm not condemning you for if you're like genuinely struggling. Everyone struggles. I struggle. You struggle. The strongest Christians, they struggle, okay? I'm not condemning anybody. I genuinely want you to work on yourself through God, because He is the only way you can actually better yourself. So yes, being homophobic and disagreeing are completely different. Is Christianity homophobic? No. I'd also like to note that liking the same sex is not sin. That's not a sin. You will not go to hell for that. However, like I mentioned before, actions speak louder than words. You can also hold your thoughts captive. So you should probably, if you are a Christian and you struggle with same-sex attraction, you probably need to take control of that thought, because Luke 10:19, you need to hold that thought captive and rebuke it. If you need help, contact other Christians. Like I said before though, your actions speak louder than words. What you do with your attraction is what leads to sin. Kissing, I would say holding hands, but I'm not totally sure, but kissing, holding hands, I wouldn't say hugging. Sex, that is sin, especially also sex before marriage. So what you do with your attraction can lead to that sin. Actions speak louder than words. Now, if you have any other questions, I will gladly answer those. I feel like I didn't get everything that I needed to say out, but I'm sure there's other quick questions that I can definitely answer. So if there's questions, let me know. DM me on my Instagram, VWBW. Or if you don't have Instagram, then Discord, also VWBW. I'd also like to say that for those who claim that they're Christian yet hate on other people, especially the LGBT, I would like to say that those people, they are not what dictate what God is or who God is. Who God is specifically told in the Bible.